But as a definition of faith, that is totally unreasonable, because faith is not a substitute for facts. Facts are necessary to the exercise of faith for the simple reason faith has to be in something. Faith has to have an object. You can't just have faith on its own. It has to be in something. It's a bit like love. You can't just have love on its own. Love has to have an object. If you met a teenage girl whose knees were knocking and her eyes were rolling and she was giddy enough for food, and you said, "Hey, what's the matter with you?" Supposing she said, "Oh, I'm more in love." Then you say, "Who are you in love with?" Supposing she says, "Nobody, I'm just in love." Can you just be in love? The answer is no. Of course you can't. Love has to have an object. It might be a cat or a teddy bear or a car or a person. But the all important thing about your love is its object. So it is with faith. Faith does not exist other than in relationship to an object. And it is the object which determines the validity of the faith. The object in which you place your faith determines how valid the faith is. Let me illustrate. Supposing I put a lot of faith in some thin ice. With all the faith in the world, I step onto some thin ice. What do you think is going to happen? I'll tell you, I'm going to sink by faith. What's the problem? Is it my faith or is it the ice? Well, of course, it's the ice. All the faith in the world will make up a thin ice. On the other hand, if I put a little bit of faith in some thick ice, and very nervously, with a life belt around my waist and a rope tied up to the nearest tree, having written a note to my wife saying, "I don't come home, I'll be under the ice, goodbye." And I nervously, with my little bit of faith, step onto the thick ice, do you know what will happen? I'll walk on the ice. Why? Because I had more faith? No, because the object in which I put my faith was stronger. Because your faith is never more valid than the object in which you place it. And faith is an attitude towards an object, an attitude of trust in an object that allows the object to work on your behalf. You see, our faith is never evidenced by what we do for the object. What you do for the object never gives evidence of your faith. It's what you let the object do for you is what gives evidence of your faith.